What up, y'all? It's DJ AlphaTyler back again with another reaction, and y'all know it's Mega Monday. If y'all are new around here, Mega Monday is when we drop a ton of content about the best and the brightest and everything that y'all keep coming back for. And honestly, it's been too long since I've hit up this Norwegian angel, Aurora. And I'm not even talking. I'm jumping right into it. We're hitting up infections of a different kind. It looks like this is from the same HAIK concert from 2019 that we caught the seed from. And I know that that setting is beautiful and it does nothing but accent her grace. Let's get into it. Man. Such a beautiful environment that they're doing this in.
It's a feeling growing all the time, like a restless and the leaves coming down.
Before we talk about the music, I mean, how real is it? I think she got a couple of bugs crawling around her heart, and she's just going with it. Like she ain't brushing them off or anything like that. I mean, you're out in the woods, right? Like you're gonna have some of that going on. But I mean, it just shows how in tune she is with this environment that she's just going through it. And we're talking here about that restless inner leaves. Think about that energy inside you that's constantly swaying. Think about how like you are basically a leaf just rustling in the wind. And I mean, I know she's from Norway too, and I know a lot of y'all are gonna jump into the comments talking about Viking culture and stuff like that. And I understand the significance of leaves there too. We're talking about on that tree of life. So lots of it's almost like a double layer line right there what she's using.
Like a restless and the leaves coming down. The world is a hole and we all seem to fall and down under. And the universe is growing tall, and we are caving into dreams of this space, unfolding our arms cannot do any harm. Violent contractions.
Okay, so she just ended with violent contradictions, and before that she was kind of talking about humanity's aspirations to go further, right? To go into space, to go, where we haven't been before, and to reach and expand our influence and expand our settlements and expand, our civilizations and all that stuff. And what I really think there and what I thought about when I saw, the title here, Infections of a Different Kind, I feel like we're moving into a territory of talking about how we're polluting, thinking about the setting of this concert and the performance of the seed that I already saw, where it was such a, take care of our world. Let's stop destroying. Let's stop, leaving this huge footprint and just recklessly taking. We're moving into this track right here, and I feel like we're talking about, our how we are, kind of just destroying. I mean, I feel like to a certain extent we have the authority, we have the ability to, the world is ours. But we also have to take care of it. Like, we can't just mindlessly destroy everything with no thought of what's going on. So, I mean, I really think about the infection, what she's talking about here. I think humanity is the infection.
And if there is a God,
Man, look at this.
would we even know his name?
Wait, what?
Would we even know
Nope.
he's a God? And if there is a God, would we even know his
If who called?
name?
I couldn't pick that part out. If who called?
And if there is a God, I think he would shake his head and turn away. So belong to us all.
pause real quick because I agree with that. I know not everybody watching this video is going to have the same religious views that I have. I know that Aurora doesn't probably have the same religious views that I have. But honestly, I do believe in God. I do believe, in Jesus. I believe in the Christian religion. And when it comes down to it, I do believe that when God looks at us a lot of the times, well, along with that faith, I don't believe that God can look on sin. And so, but I believe that, we have strayed so far from God's plan for this earth and for our actions and everything else. I think that, it's undeniable. Way back in Genesis, if you are a follower of the Bible, you know that way back in Genesis, God gave dominion of the earth to man. And part of dominion, it's not just that we have control over it, we can, destroy as we see fit. Part of having dominion over the earth means that we have to be good stewards of the earth. And I feel like we've moved, a million miles from that, so.
Be God in the shape of a girl who walks this world, and I beg to be drained from the pain I have sold myself in, so I can stay.
Yeah.
Infections of a different kind. The world has been attacked by our pain.
Yes.
If I am the world, then why would I hurt all that is living? And if there is a God, would he then believe in us? No. If there is a God, I don't think he can hear all of us.
What she said right there, I know I'm pausing in the middle of a statement, but what she's going into, can God hear from all of us? And again, we are so corrupted, we are so dark sometimes. Can God really connect with where we're at right now? And I don't feel like, as a believer, I don't feel like we're taking care of that creation as we were meant to. You know what I mean? And so, there's a connection in these lines, and I'm sure there are other interpretations for different people who don't believe that the way that I do. But there's so much in what she's saying in this part, even from a perspective that's probably completely different from her own, that just says, what are we doing? How are we taking care of these things?
Belong to us all. Be God in the shape of a girl who walks this world, and I beg to be drained from the pain I have sold myself in, so I can stay. Oh, okay, and more than okay.
Yeah.
Just for a while.
I always love, like, I feel like when I watch Aurora perform, and it's something you don't see in her music videos as much as her live performances, but it's like when you watch her perform, her emotions physically affect her. Like the meaning of the song, the feeling of the song are physically manifesting while she performs these songs. And I can't think of another artist who kind of hits that same level in a performance. that was Infections of a Different Kind from the HAIK concert in 2019. That was by Aurora, and that was a beautiful. I know that y'all are pissed off at me at how many times I paused it throughout. I don't even care. There was a lot to talk about in that. There are a lot of different perspectives that can probably find different meanings. But at the end of the day, we all have to come together. We have to take care of our world. We have to take care of each other. I mean, we're here together. And, you know, I truly feel like to a certain extent there is an infection. You know, when she talked about if she were the world, would she kill the people? And I think about how strong that is because, you know, when you're talking about, you know, well, she said would she kill life, I think. But the fact is, you know, would the world, you know, in the same situation, when we look at the animals, if things have went differently, if animals were given dominion over man, you know, could we expect that a deer would be so reckless with our well-being, you know, if it was entrusted to care for us and, you know, to gain its sustenance from us? And I don't think so. I mean, you know, there are responsible ways to be good stewards and to take care and oversee and all that. And, you know, this track right here, it really highlights, I think partially because of the setting and partially because of Aurora herself, but I really think about, you know, I think kind of Aurora during this performance as kind of like a druid, you know, and I think about someone who is so in tune with nature, you know, and so I can almost see nature passing through her during this performance. I'm gonna stop talking. Y'all know that I think it's a beautiful one. If y'all missed any of my comments and want to go back and catch them, feel free to. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a minute, though. If you enjoy this reaction, make sure you like the video. If you want some more content like this, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, too. Let me know where we go next, all that stuff. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a minute, regardless of where you end up. Like, dislike, sub, or not. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care, and I'll catch y'all next time.